Life Stadium here in East Rutherford. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the New York Jets.
There we go. Outside. 26, Mike. Switch.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Mike 51. Hey, what's the ball?
Second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Then he fires a strike to his big target, Demaryius Thomas. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Bell, and he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. The defense here for the Rams.
Aaron Donald's dimensions were talked about big time when he first entered the league. Many called him undersized. Now they just call him all-pro.
Back to throw, Darnold. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
You know, as a head coach, you can't hide everything from your team. They know that people think that they're not supposed to be on the field with them. So they designed a heck of a game plan, didn't they? Nice pass start, get out after them, and maybe let everyone know that they're here to compete.
And get this home crowd behind them early as well.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, isn't it? Because if you get the home crowd involved, sometimes you can ride that wave, and that gives you a little added pep.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Escaping the pressure right. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 75 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. Not a whole lot to recap. And oh, it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live foot. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 30, past the 20, 10, and he dives into the end zone and gets the 2 points. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Taking it in from the 20 as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. New York Jets getting the football back here. You look at their 2019 season, and in case you didn't notice, and judging by the attendance at MetLife, you didn't. You might be surprised to learn that the Jets finished 7-9, a surprising 6-2 record in the second half, CD.
So that is obviously something to build on, and they did it without getting the best performance that they thought they were going to get from their free agent running back, Le'Veon Bell. So now if you move forward, Sam Darnold keeps getting better and more experience at quarterback. Can you get Le'Veon Bell back to Pittsburgh form? If you're able to do that, now you think you're a contender in the AFC East going up against Buffalo and New England this year.
And it gets him a first down. Darnold now already over 150 yards through the air in the opening quarter. It's first. Behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Watch the screen. Pass. 36, 36.
Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And he'll rumble for about 5 up close to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Oh, what a move. And now running right through it. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play fake. Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. That one complete to Hill. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 45 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they're going to him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end.
No gain on the play. Brings up
On 2nd down, it's Bell, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crown. Near midfield. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Thomas, the intended target.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone, and it's now a two-score game as the lead moves to 9. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the two-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the two-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And New York set to take the field. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chris Jones in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Time now for Patrick Mahomes as we put him in our players. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll get this one to Cup complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down. So we come upon halftime. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter. And got his man complete. Touchdown, L.A. Tyreek Hill, 85 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco.
Oh, here come the Rams, and they get it. It's blocked. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. And the Rams with a score. Touchdown.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Hey, tank.
On second down now, it's Bell, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Demaryius Thomas, 61 yards. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try.
This is taken at his 4. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Go, boys, bring it up.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed.
Let's go, baby.
A huge play that time for the Rams. 65 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays, doesn't matter what spot they start in, but when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. It's a jet sweep. This is Adams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense... And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Shakes off the sag. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1, we want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more. When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
And he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Samson Abukum showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. After the sack on first down, Darnold, that's complete. It's Bell. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. The offense on third down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at third and a few inches. Darnold, this one caught by Crowder. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. Darnold now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Darnold to throw again. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on first down. Bell. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Second and 5 now. Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. The Jets on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be third and 5. Darnold from the gun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the score.
Automatic first down.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Goff. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Davante Adams. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out now come the Jets. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, first and 10 at their own 27. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 9, Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Darnold. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really into big plays.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold caught here by Bell. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talking.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell taking it in. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. Here's Sam Ficken now for the Jet field goal. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense.
That's caught inside the 20. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now. Now he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Darnold now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Here's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory.